Welcome back, boys and girls, to Animated Dogs Tier List. Let's do it. Snoopy, here's the thing. The dude doesn't say much, but he packs so much personality. The dude's hilarious. He's iconic. I gotta put Snoopy up in A tier. Dude's legendary. After that, I got the boy Scooby. Again, so much character, so much personality. This guy actually talks. A lot of these dogs, they don't say much, but this guy, he's a blast. He's so much fun. Might be like a little high on something with Shaggy, but the dude's got the dude's got the right appetite. The dude goes crazy. He's an automatic S tier. Come on, he is the pinnacle of animated dog in fiction. Up next I have Goofy. Gorge. I have Goofy. Up next I got Goofy. Gorge. Here's the thing with Goofy, okay? He's kind of goofy. I think his shtick sometimes can get a little played out. The Goofy movie, of course, helped him in the character department, but I think he's a solid B tier. I think that I respect his game. I respect how iconic he is, what he's done for the dog game, but I can't put him past B tier. Then I have Pluto. He's like the second-handed dog of the Mickey Mouse squad, okay? He's gonna go in C tier. I'm sorry. He's iconic, yes, but when you think dogs, Mickey Mouse, you go to Goofy, okay? Pluto's like secondary, which is weird, okay? First of all, because he's like Mickey Mouse's like right-hand dog. That's like his dude. Then I have Blue's Clues. This guy, legendary detective. Some have called him the next Batman when it comes to detectiving and investigating. I'm gonna put him up in B tier. Again, a timeless character. He's been putting in the work throughout generations, cross-century work. I really respect Blue for his work and his clues. Then we have Brian Griffin. Brian Griffin, he's pretty iconic. Okay, Seth MacFarlane. Shout out to Seth MacFarlane. Shout out to Seth MacFarlane, legendary guy. But, Brian's kind of like a douche sometimes. He kind of sucks. If we're ranking the Family Guy squad, the Family Guy names, we're going to Peter, we're going to Stewie, right? Those are the ones that jump out at you. Maybe Lois, maybe Chris, maybe even Meg, Brian doesn't solidify himself as a top tier member of the Griffin family. And I think for that, I'm going to put him in C tier. Clifford the Big Red Dog, man. What to say about this guy? No one does it like Clifford, okay? So massive, so red. He stands out, okay? Instantly iconic. I know I've said that about every single dog on this list so far, but shut up. Shut up. But like, he stands out. There's something different about him, and I really respect that. I'm going to put Clifford in B tier. I like him there. This is the dog from Coco, I think, right? D tier dog. I forgot you. Courage. Wow. Courage, again, a staple of childhoods everywhere. I'm going to put him also in B tier. I don't think he gets up to Snoopy's level of A tier, Scooby's level of S tier, but but his cartoon is great. He's a very fearful dog, and I respect that. Again, he wears that on his sleeve. I really like that. Talk about Doug. This guy's so lovable, so friendly. This is what, a good dog should be, He represents the dog brand very well, very lovable, very fun. He's a great companion to Carl on this epic adventure in Up. I like him a lot. I think, honestly, again, he stood the test of time, and I respect that. I'm gonna go A tier, okay? I'm sorry, he's better than these four, because while these four might be more iconic than Doug, they just don't have the personality, They don't have the charm that Doug has, so I gotta keep him there. Shout out to all my old heads out there. Droopy, man. This guy, again, very unique in the dog game. His personality, top tier. I'm gonna put Droopy up in A tier. If you don't know about Droopy, you're too young, okay? Go educate yourself. You gotta watch his highlight tape. It's amazing. It's hilarious. One of the funniest dogs on this list. I love him there. Dookie's cool. Dookie, I respect his game. I think I'm gonna put him in B tier, though. Can't get up to that A tier. Can't jump past that. But, I think there's an argument for C tier. So, Dookie, Consider yourself lucky you got B tier. Goddard, dude, man, talk about versatile. This guy, a staple of Jimmy Neutron, you know, stands out on this list for the fact he's a robot dog. You gotta love that. Gets Jimmy out of so many sticky situations. I wish I could put him up in A tier, but he doesn't quite get there. He's another B tier dog. Grommet, also legendary. All of these dogs are legendary. Shout out to the dogs for holding it down. Grommet, I think I'm gonna put him in A tier, you know. We're all familiar with his work. We're all familiar with Wallace and Gromit, you know, the legendary duo. I love what he is a part of that dynamic, you know. And you might just say like, oh, he's just like the sidekick dog. That dynamic is not the same without him. You absolutely have to have him. He's great. Jake the dog might be the GOAT of, you know, animated soul TV dogs. Yes, Scooby found his origins in TV, but you know, Scooby expanded the brand. He went to movies, he went to, you know, merchandise, and you know, he went all over the place. So Scooby's, he's cross medium. But if we're just talking TV shows, Jake's the GOAT. I don't think he gets up to Scooby's level again, but he's A tier easy. Okay, shout out to all the old heads again, but we got Max, you know, and the nice thing about Max, again, he is cross generation. You know, we all know Max, we all know his work, his involvement with the Grinch. He's a great sidekick, and he doesn't overstep his boundaries. You know, he doesn't try to be like the Grinch. He doesn't try to step on the Grinch's toes. He's a great sidekick though. I can't keep putting every dog in B tier, but Max, I'm gonna make an exception. He's a great B tier dog. Parappa the Rappa, you know, a rapping dog. Who doesn't love that? I will say though, he hasn't aged phenomenally. He's yet to make the jump to the modern era, and I think that's holding his game back a bit, so I'm going to put him in C tier. But Parappa, he's got some good raps, okay? We can all admit that. Santa's Little Helper, you know, I think, again, like Brian, doesn't stand out so much in The Simpsons show, in the show with a very colorful cast of characters. I don't think Santa's Little Helper tries nor succeeds in topping that list, standing out. We got Slinky. Shout out to Jim Varney. Rest in peace. I love him for the time he's there. Not one of the legendary, not one of the most iconic Toy Story characters. That's a C tier for me. I still like his game, but just he can't jump into that upper echelon. We got Tough Puppy, or whatever his name is, Buff Daddy. D tier. That show was kind of whack. Don't like it. Also, this dog from Fairly Odd Parents, why would you even, like, this show is trying way too hard at. The last dog I have on this list is Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. A good dog, right? Again, he doesn't try to overstep his boundaries like Max. I really like that. He shares kind of a similar role to Max in the Nightmare Before Christmas compared to the Grinch, as like sidekick wannabe Rudolph dog. So, you know, a little derivative, okay, but ghost dog, that's super cool. That's super unique. I think I'll go C tier though. You know, he's not as iconic as Max. He's only got the one film under his belt, so I gotta put him in. Videos all the time. Goodbye, subscribe, thank you.